Thank you for all these wonderful good mornings appearing here, and it's very heartwarming to sit down and see them all from all over. So I'm happy to be here, and good morning to all of you. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever your time zone is. So to begin today's meditation, to offer another metaphor that also is meant to kind of support the teachings after the meditation. Imagine that there's a very, very complex maze, big, large maze, lots of hallways, they go on and around and convoluted in all kinds of ways. And what's unusual about this maze is that it's made up of also a lot of doors, and hundreds, thousands of doors that you have to choose to which ones to go through. So you're standing in front of this maze, and a wise person comes along and says, you're kind of perplexed and wondering how you're going to manage to find your way through the maze. And this wise person comes and tells you, the way to make your way through the maze is to only go through the open doors. And so you take that advice, and as you're walking down these hallways, and you come to an open door. Lots of doors are closed, and you walk through the open door. You walk further and past all kinds of closed doors, and there, lo and behold, is an open door, and you walk through that. And after a while, it seems pretty easy to find your way through the maze, and there's no doors to open. Just walk through where the opening is. And soon enough, you find yourself through the maze and free. So this is a little bit what happens when, with the experience of Nibbana, or experiences that are quite Nibbana-like, where the letting go is strong, where the cessation of some kind of preoccupation, clinging, delusion has ceased, where a sense of openness and freedom has really kind of evolved and created space in the heart and the mind. And when that is clear enough, then it leaves a ability of vision, an ability to see where that freedom of the mind is found. And rather than practice being so much about doing and about building and making, which is an important part of practice, but there's also this clear feeling or a clear vision of where the freedom is, where the open door is. And so that becomes the guide for practice. We're guided by that visceral, heartfelt, guided by the clarity, the bright light of the openness, of the place where there's no clinging, no resistance, no being for or against. There might well be all kinds of ways in which we are for and against things that are appropriate, but the awareness that with which we walk through the world is an open door. And so really it's not so much that we're walking through the maze, but the world comes to walk through the maze of our own mind. And we allow it to walk through with the door opened. And we know where that door is. And then things just go right through our mental maze. But if the doors are closed in our minds, the world gets stuck there. Our attachments, our clinging, our resistance and aversions. So as we sit for this sitting, perhaps you can see if you can find that place where awareness is an open door. And whatever experience you're having, whether it's the breathing, sensations in your body, emotions, thoughts that you might be having, sounds from outside, that you have a sense of how to keep the doors of the awareness, doors of mind open, to not pick it up, to let it just pass right through, to be known, clearly known, but in the clear recognition of something, that there's freedom. So taking a meditation posture and sitting up or meditating in a posture that gives you some sense of uprightness, literally upright, or it has some sense of integrity to it, some little sense of confidence. Here I am. A confidence in present moment attention. And more than attention, a confidence in your whole being present for this moment here. A presence and attention and knowing and awareness that's maybe somewhat embodied here. As you exhale to let go of holdings and tensions in your body, relaxing into the body. And then gently centering your attention on your breathing. And to see if you can feel or recognize that quality of awareness where there's no clinging or resistance to breathing, where the experience of breathing comes through the open door of awareness. It's just known without any stickiness, without trying to do something or accomplish anything, get rid of anything, where the experience of breathing is allowed to be itself, where it doesn't get entangled with the mazes of the mind, but where the mind is open, awareness is open. And it might only be a partial openness or a small percentage of how you are in relationship to it. Don't worry about how small your ability to have an open door is. Just stay there, recognize, allow the experience of breathing to move through the open door of awareness. And if other things arise besides the breathing, sensations of the body or thoughts or emotions, sounds, anything, see if you can find that place where the doors of awareness are open to that as well. Where it passes through the door. It doesn't stop. It's not, you don't get involved in it or start thinking about it. It might not pass quickly, or it might come repeatedly, but keep the door of awareness open. If you're distracted in thought, then the door is not open. The open door is found where there's an absence of preoccupation. Can you find in your mind, in the awareness itself, that quality of non-preoccupation, of an open awareness, in a sense that can receive whatever experience you're having, know it and receive it. But receive it like an open door receives someone going through it. Just allows things to pass. If a physical door is open, the door will not be damaged by something that goes through the door quickly. But if the door is closed, something that moves quickly will slam against the door, maybe damaging the door, maybe damaging itself. When awareness is open to allow things to pass through, the awareness will not be damaged. You will not be damaged. But if the doors of the mind, the heart are closed, then there's a danger of being hurt. But to not be hurt, the doors have to really be open, fully open. The doors of awareness, the doors of liberation. And we give a gift to the world. If we keep the doors of our mind and hearts open, we give a gift of safety. We give a gift of non-contentiousness, gift of non-hostility and non-desire, clinging. And may it be that with whatever taste of non-clinging we get, whatever taste of really, whatever taste, may it be that whatever taste of release we have, that it becomes a gift to the world. That with our doors open, it's easier for us to be generous, easier for us to be kind and compassionate, easier for us to be a calm, peaceful presence in the midst of chaos and hostility. May it be that we aspire for our meditation practice to support us in how we live our lives among other lives, that we become a force of good, of benefit, and that our practice and our lives is lived for the welfare and happiness of all beings everywhere, because our doors are open.